Guys, the moment has arrived. We are here at the biggest card show in the world, the National. Guys, today is Thursday. I've been on the show floor for only a couple of hours and I've already done a ton of big deals, both buying and selling. This video is going to be all about the sights, the sounds, the deals, the fun, the excitement, the history, everything that comes with the National Sports Collectors Convention. Guys, let's go inside. Check it out. All right, man, so this show, it is absolutely crazy. I can already tell this is probably gonna be the most attended national of all time. The crowds are insane, and it's only Thursday. Lots of people. The show floor has been packed, and what I love to see, there's a ton of vintage. So we're gonna walk through the pass here. We got our VIP badge. We're good to go. Thank you, thank you. But as we go into the show floor, man, there's just so much to do and there's so much to see. One of the big goals that I have, and hopefully you'll get to see it in this video, I've got a couple of big cards here. So I've got a 54 Ted Williams in an 8. I'm looking to sell this for around $9,000. A 52 Topps Mays in a 5. I'm looking to sell that for around $10,000. And then this 1960 Willie Mays, I'm hoping to get around $3,500, somewhere in that range. But on top of that, man, I'm gonna be buying, selling, hopefully networking, meeting a lot more collectors out there. It's gonna be a great show and got a lot of big goals, so let's hope we get them. That Babe Ruth cut autograph, PSA 8, I have an almost identical autograph to that, so it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna watch that upcoming auction just to see where it sells. Babe Ruth memorabilia and autographs have constantly been rising. I've actually written a recent piece on that on my Substack. If you guys wanna check it out, read Bonkers Cards Weekly on my newsletter, bonkerscards.substack.com. I drop a lot of information about the sports card market, the memorabilia market, and I wrote a piece about the Babe Ruth memorabilia market over the last 10, 20 years, and it has been extremely valuable. It's been rising over the past couple of years. I've done very well in my own investments into Babe Ruth, and I'm excited to see where that one goes, because anytime you have a clean autograph with nothing else in the background, just like that, or just like the one that I have in my PC, it becomes a much more desirable item. So I'm sure we'll find some more Ruth stuff out there on the show floor today, but if you're interested in Babe Ruth stuff, let me know. It's a really, really fascinating part of the market right now. One of the biggest memorabilia and auction houses in the world is Heritage Auctions, and every year Heritage and all the other major auction houses put on their big summer catalog auction. What's awesome about the National is that they put this stuff on display, similarly almost to like a museum. So we're gonna walk around now. I'm gonna show you guys some of the best and most exciting pieces that are up for sale at the Heritage Auction. Check this out, guys. This is a game-used autographed Mickey Mantle jersey from the 1960 season. Now what makes this super interesting, guys, is that the photo matching technology that has happened to be able to verify that not only Mantle wore this jersey, but actually what games and what seasons that he played it in. Now you got to keep in mind, back in the day, players were not getting new uniforms all the time like they are today. So these game-used uniforms from the 60s and the 50s are super rare, and their auction prices over the last few years have been skyrocketing. So really, really unique piece here. Mickey Mantle, you can see he inscribed it number 7, and then at the bottom of the display, you'll actually see the pinstripe pants as well. But pretty neat to see a 1960 game-used Mickey Mantle uniform. This item is expected to go for $500,000. This is the original news photograph that was used for Mickey Mantle's 1951 Bowman rookie card. Now, his rookie card in high grades will go for a high amount of money depending on the specific grade. It can go anywhere in the low grades from $10,000 all the way up to over $1 million on his rookie card. But what's really interesting about this is that this is the actual photograph that they used that was printed on the 51 Bowman. Heritage expects this to go for north of $500,000. Finding these rare items that have a lot of provenance and significance to other historical items in the hobby always make collectors excited, and you'll often see these items maybe get into bidding wars. So you never really know where the gavel will finish, but a conservative estimate most likely at $500,000. $100,000 plus. That is the estimate on what these game-used Roberto Clemente uniforms are from the 1950s and 1960s. Check this out, guys. First, his Pittsburgh Pirates uniform. Unbelievable to get to see this. The estimate on that is actually $300,000, but this is one of the coolest pieces that I've seen so far at the show. This is a San Juan Senadores full uniform of Roberto Clemente that he wore from 1959 to 1964. This is a professional baseball team in San Juan that Roberto Clemente played for. What's incredible about this piece, guys, it's completely together and it's photo matched. as I've talked about in some of these videos before, there are just not a lot of game-used uniforms that exist of these players. They weren't given a new uniform every game, like in today's modern game. So the fact that these are still together, they're still in excellent condition, and they're photo matched to specific time periods in history. Unfortunately, Roberto Clemente tragically died during his career, putting the number of game-used uniforms out there even smaller. It's just a really, really cool piece. I'd love to see this on display at the National. Guys, check this out. Michael Jordan game-used baseball bat from his 1995 season when Jordan took a year off from playing basketball. He's got it signed. This was a game-used bat when he was in the Chicago White Sox organization. A really interesting piece in sports history for sure. Jordan's dominance throughout the 90s. He was the biggest athlete, the biggest star in the world. Walks away from the game after winning 3 consecutive titles and goes and tries his bout at baseball. Now, some people will argue or discuss what the true reason behind him leaving basketball was. That's a discussion for another day. But of course, we know he came back, won another 3 straight, and completed what many believe to be the greatest run in basketball history. But the fact that we've got a Michael Jordan game-used signed baseball bat makes this piece a pretty interesting one. Heritage thinks that it's going to go for over $50,000, which is pretty nuts.
That's what's going to be tomorrow.
I should have watched the break on that last one. No. Just get obsessed with it. So what's the prize?
Talk to this guy. He's obsessed too.
All right, let's go.
He's obsessed with
Run it. Let's go. Good luck, good luck, good luck.
Oh, I broke it left. Should have been able to read that in the break. Hey, Ken. Can I introduce myself?
Yeah.
My name's Gordy Boner. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Big fan of your stuff. I do a lot of vintage sports card content, mostly on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay.
But love the King of Collectibles, love the show.
Yep.
I wanted to ask you, in terms of the vintage sports card market right now, what's one trend that you don't think people fully recognize?
Oh, I think in general that a lot of new people are focused on modern. I think in general that vintage is continuing to go up. The best of the best is like unobtainable prices, but the grails, like let's look at some of these beat up 1952 Mantle cards, right?
Yeah.
$15,000-$20,000 for something that you may not want to hang on your wall, but people want to be a part of it. People want to celebrate the history of sports cards, not just a shiny new card put out in 2025. And I think that it's constantly raw. Every time there's a new collector for modern, in a couple of years there's going to be a new collector for vintage at when he discovers it.
I'm glad you said that, because I see a lot of it in my own world, my content, is that I'm seeing a lot more modern collectors come to me and want to learn more about vintage. I myself have been starting to sell and broker some higher level cards. I just recently sold a 55 Clemente in an 8, a couple of early Robinsons in 8s and 9s. And one of the things that I'm trying to work through on some newer buyers at that category is they're very fixated on the comps. They're talking about the comps. But if it's the only card on the market and you're thinking about what this would do at auction when it hasn't been brought out in a while, we're seeing new highs constantly made. Can you speak to that at all?
Sure. I mean, the other thing about comps is, let's take you can take your 55 Clemente or you can take a 52 Aaron, for example, right? If you have a PSA 8, they can vary wildly in price depending on the color of the card, the centering. Are there, what is bringing it down? So that's the other thing. Like modern cards, okay, a 10 sold for this and a 10 sold for that. On vintage card, it's really the individual aesthetics of the card as much as it is the individual grade. And of course they're going to be less. Of course they're going to be less comps, but you could say, okay, fine. Is the Pete Rose market going up in general since he passed? If the market is, then you got to realize that a 64 Topps card in an 8 is probably worth more now than what you see selling a month before he passed.
That's fair. I got one more for you.
Sure.
I am an aspiring entrepreneur like yourself. I have my own media business. I'm buying and selling cards, primarily vintage. If there's one piece of advice that you could tell me that I could one day try to be like the King of Collectibles, what would you tell me, somebody earlier in their journey?
I would say first of all, don't overspend.
Okay.
Second of all, deal with people you trust to make sure that you're getting the real thing. But also, social media, and you're doing great. Social media is free. Take free advertising whenever you possibly can. And I would honestly talk, like for you, go to little kids, like literally, hey, do you know who Babe Ruth is?
Yeah.
Do you know who this is? Do you know who that is? And like talk about it and then use images of the cards. Just make it exciting that, hey, the world didn't really start, in 2003 basketball with the bronze rookie class.
That's right. There's a whole world of baseball history that
Yes.
exists before what we're in now, and all the shiny refractors and stuff like that.
Yep.
Ken, I appreciate everything you do for the hobby,
you
man.
so much.
Thank you
Yep.
so much
Have
for
a
the
good
time.
one.
Check it out, Ken Golden, King of Collectibles. When season 2 drop?
Season 2 came out last year.
Season 3.
Season 3 we're completing over the next week, and hopefully they got to dub it into like 46 different languages, right? So that'll take a few months.
Check it out on Netflix, guys. Thank you so much, Ken.
Thank you. Yep.
We just found the upstairs room at the National. It's a lot smaller, way cooler. A little hidden gem up here. We're gonna see if maybe we can find some deals. Maybe not as many people know that it's up here. What's up, Come on. I'm so crowded. I'm just getting hit with this smell. Let's stop here and look at this for a second. I'm gonna get knocked out.
It's not metal, but it's not quite paper. It's almost like that linen type stuff. It's old.
Like a plastic? Because it looks like it's from the 50s. What?
It's old.
It's from that time period?
Yeah.
Could I take a closer look at it?
It's got grommets on it. It's really unusual.
Yeah. So this was from Pennsylvania. Check this out, man. I really, really like this. Changed to Valvoline motor oil. It feels light. So this isn't like a metal sign or a tin sign.
It's not quite paper. It's kind of
Like a corrugate of some sort. So you see the back here. What are you asking for this? 1,500. Do you have a year? Do you know what year this was from?
I haven't done any research on it.
Is that? Yeah, I was gonna say the picture kind of looks like I'd say it kind of looks like Bob Feller, maybe. I don't know. I would place this. It looks like the colors and stuff. It looks like something in the 50s to me. But the thing that throws me off is that it's like this corrugate material, like this cardboardish. When I first saw it, I thought it would have been.
Well, if it's metal, it'd be 10 grand.
Yeah. No, I'd be super interested in it if it was metal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
Where are you based out of?
Central Illinois.
Illinois?
My husband is we've gotten out of the cards. This is like something we just pulled together. We haven't done a national in 13 years.
Okay.
He's been selling signs and advertising gas and oil for the last 15 years.
Does he still have a lot of that stuff?
Oh, we have a shop.
Oh, okay. My dad collects this stuff, and I was going to send him a picture because this is kind of like a hybrid of me and what my dad collects.
Yeah. It's a truly unusual piece.
Yeah.
It's so large.
It is, and he's got a big barn that it could hang in.
Already got hangers on it.
Yeah. What if you could, let me just real quick. I'm going to take a picture with my phone, and I'm going to send it to him. So my dad's got a bunch of classic cars and Mustangs and stuff, and he's got a big barn, and he hangs up metal signs. And I think this would be kind of cool. So I just took a picture of it. I'll send it to him, see what he says. But yeah, we're based in New Jersey, so I'd have to figure out logistically how that'd get there. What's your website? So do you have like, how would somebody in New Jersey buy a sign from you?
I don't sell nothing.
Okay, got it. All right.
Local shows. I do the big sign shows in the country.
Okay.
I don't have them very long.
Got it.
I don't go through all that process.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Well, thanks for showing it to me. It's very neat. Cool. Thanks, guys. So, you can keep it rolling there. Love the sign. Was drawn to the color, eye-popping, something that, one of my favorite finds ever was actually a motor oil sign on a pick I went on to a guy's house to sell me baseball cards. And most of the stuff he had was junk wax. And as I was leaving, he showed me his garage and he had some of those old school motor signs, like oil signs. And I called my dad And he drove down same day and bought a bunch of these super cool, like 50s and 60s, like porcelain motor oil signs. And I thought that's what that was.
No, but I left something over there.
But it was like a corrugate thing. And the other thing was, they're based in Illinois, they don't ship, and they don't have a website. It's like, how are you ever going to sell that? But hey, everybody does their own thing, right? Either way, very cool find at the National. What's up, man?
What's up? How are you?
You got any vintage or what?
I would do one of the jobs.
All right, we got to get a deal, me and you. We haven't done one yet. All right. What's up, man? How are you? Good to see you. I saw you upstairs. I was going to say hi, but you were caught in a combo. Having a good time so far?
Dude, it's been so crazy.
Yeah.
Craziest Thursday ever.
And what do you
Yeah, for all the nationals you've been to?
I know it's an older one.
I mean, I was shocked to see the attendance yesterday. I waited forever to get in.
It's going to be even worse next week.
I was going to say, Friday, I'm almost a little worried about what it's going to be like Friday and Saturday.
5:30 in the morning.
Are you getting here that early? I'm
There's 120,000 of these sold.
of these. 120,000 badges sold for the National.
It might be the busiest national ever.
The busiest National ever. I love to hear that. Well, have you picked up anything for your collection today?
Dude, just some small stuff. I sold a lot. We moved a lot of wax.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to open a card shop.
I was about to say, what's that process been like?
Way different now, you know, it's a
Yeah.
lot more stressful.
When are you opening the shop?
When or where?
When?
In either 90 days or 6 months.
And where at?
Where do you live?
I'm in New Jersey.
I'm opening in New Jersey. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We're looking in Houston, Florida, or Texas, Florida. You said Houston. Texas, Florida, and California right now.
And where you're based in LA, correct?
Los Angeles, yeah.
Gotcha. Very
Some
cool.
locations, but I'm excited. It's different to set. It's different. It's a different experience to try to buy as a card shop than it was ever as just a collector flipper.
Right.
Way different.
I was gonna. What are you thinking? Do you have a name for your card shop?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry.
You haven't announced it yet, though.
No announcement yet.
Gotcha. Because I feel like you're one of the OGs, one of the best at what you did for building a brand around social media and sports cards. And so I feel like it's got to attach your name somehow.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me is like we filmed the card shows for years, and I always knew there was an expiration date for me on that.
Yeah.
I just could feel it. And the last year I was like, same thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, as soon as I knew, I was like, it's not fun anymore. I was like, I'm gonna build a shop.
Yeah.
I knew it too. I was like, I could feel it. Right after I came back from London, I was like, yeah, I'm building a shop.
Sure.
That's it. I knew it.
This year's the most shows I've ever been to. I've been doing this nowhere near as long as you have.
I'm sure it's a lot of travel, right?
It's a lot of travel, and it surprised me when I was at Strongsville, Ohio this year. Halfway through the show, I actually just left. I booked an earlier flight. I left because I was burned out. I was freaked out at how tired I was, and I can't imagine, because some guys talk about how many shows they go to a year, and it's crazy. You did that for years and years.
5 years.
Yeah. So have you felt that
25 to
before?
30, I was just like, oh my god.
How old are you now?
30.
Okay, I'm 29.
Okay,
So
yeah,
you just started it a little bit before I did, but you could feel that burnout, I'm sure, at
100%.
different periods.
That's why I took 30 days off and
Yeah.
bro, I just went back to my roots. I went back to my hometown and hung out with my friends.
Nice.
Started working out, dating again. Just cut the content and the sales out.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, now I'm gonna build a shop. I knew I was building the shop, so I'm like, I'm just gonna spend my summer. I went to the state fair, bro. I just chilled out. It was nice, dude. I hadn't done that in years.
That's great. Good for you, man. Well, you
The
do
burnout, dude, is a balance.
Yeah.
You just gotta pick your balance.
got to choose, when to pull it back. And I wanted to be rested and ready to go for the National. And that was a good time, like May, June. I didn't go to any shows in May
I like
or
that you
June.
recognize that you were burnt out, though.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
most people will just run and gun. I ran and did it for a while.
Yeah.
Like I did Dallas, London, Miami, stayed in Miami for a week, flew to Galveston, Texas, and then came back to LA and I was totally messed up.
Yeah, it's a lot of travel. I mean, it's something where you never turn it off, Like I do this from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. Because people are always messaging me, or I'm editing, or buying, selling, whatever it is. So it's hard.
Think about your mind too. Like,
Yeah.
You're doing transactions, you're seeing people and conversing, you're building relationships, you're
Yeah.
networking. Your mind's going a million miles an hour.
Right.
While comping cards and then trying to shoot content and
Yeah.
be on for the camera and
It's
then
crazy.
be on for people. It's insane.
You're speaking very directly, deeply to me. There's not a lot of people that understand and can connect with you that way. I felt that a lot, and it's awesome. I love it. I'm very grateful for it.
Anytime you want to talk, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
As you're going on this journey, I'm exiting the card shop till I'm 40.
Well, you could be like Yoda, you could impart all that wisdom.
Anytime you want to talk.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Good seeing you guys. That was great. So, in case you don't know who that is, that's Mojo Sports Cards. Kind of one of the OG content creators in the sports cards hobby before it really exploded. The guy standing next to him is Tyler Santiago. He owns Santiago Sports, another guy that has a really big social media following. But what I really like about Mojo, he's very authentic. You can, you see right into his content, and that was something I related to when I started watching his stuff. He does a lot more modern content than I do. If you're watching me, you most likely are more of a vintage guy. If you're not, though, shout out to the modern guys that are still watching me. But I really am excited about the ecosystem of influencers and content creators and personalities that are in the hobby. Just today we talked to Ken Golden, we talked to Mojo, Tyler Santiago. We're talking to all different people in different corners of the hobby, but there are a lot of people when you walk up to them or you see them at a show, like they have a big following, and that's really good for the hobby overall. So good stuff, man. Great conversation there. I like that.